Hi, I'm Jason House, and I'm going to give you an ophthalmology demonstration within the ChartLogic medical record system. We'll talk about templates, how they're voice-driven. Most of our ophthalmology clients love to dictate. We'll show you the single-screen approach that keeps it simple and how the templates are easily customized to fit your workflow and your needs. We'll start you with a full library, but please feel free to give us some of the templates you currently use on paper, and we will adapt them to the system to show you how easily it can be. And yes, our system will connect to all those machines that you have in the office to kick over the data and any images. So let's jump into the electronic medical record. As I log in, I'll get the dashboard that's customized to my view. I see my schedule on the right and that Diane Jones is selected. Diane Jones shows up in the center here with her photo, a breakdown of her demographics, social history, medical history, etc. Under active care, I can see a full sum of the encounters that I've done with this patient. I use her as a demonstration database, so there are plenty of unfinished exams. The F is for finished. And yes, I can open multiple exams at once and view them. These are messages that are related to Diane Jones and her documents as well, that are sorted with titles that I have chosen. I can hover over any of these images and see a quick snapshot. If I click on any of them, it will bring me over to my document manager. The document manager, the DM you'll see up here, can be connected to all your different machines, including your fax machine, and thrown in batches here. When I receive any information, I can index them away to the correct patient, the correct folder, any keywords and notes that I want to put in there. I can queue it to someone else in the office to check off. I can add my signature as well as any text right onto the document. And the drawing capabilities, I'll show you within the note. We can access this document right from within the note too, and draw on it right with the patient present if needed. Let's go back to the EMR and back to Diane Jones. The drop-down menu here will give me a great selection of all the different templates I'd like to use. There's a vast library. However, most physicians that we have will only have a handful to start with, and then they use what we call smart text, which is like a sub-template you can throw into the template while you're working at any time. So as you go through the visit with the patient, any new findings, any new route that you need to take, simply insert a smart text that you've come up with specific for that diagnosis and that need. I see here, though, on the left, all the unfinished exams that pertain to me, test provider 7. Any labs and results that have come in, and my patient tracker is showing me what patients are in what room and how long they've been waiting. I can double click on that and open up the note that my technician or MA has started previously, right where they left off. However, I'm going to start from the beginning here, so you might see some of the tools that your MA is using as they fill in. Now, having a Bluetooth headset on or a microphone with buttons, you can use hotkeys to jump around through the system. We do use Drag and Speak, and if you haven't used it in a while, you should try it. A lot of physicians worried it might not pick up their accent, and it's a wonderful system anymore. I can say the word cat, and it will spell out dog for me if that's the way I train it to be. If you're using a touchscreen, you could also use the buttons here at the top and have that touchscreen capabilities to be turning on and off the microphone and jumping through the system. You'll notice there's plenty of tools here. It's not just a system to capture my voice, but to activate many buttons throughout the system. Modify chief complaint. Reduce peripheral vision, right eye. Modify location. Reduce peripheral vision, right eye. 3 weeks. Moderate severity. The patient is a 62-year-old female who noticed reduced peripheral vision in her right eye a few weeks ago while driving, which almost resulted in an accident at an intersection period. Recently, she saw her primary care physician, who measured her intraocular pressures and found the right eye pressure to be elevated, and she was then referred here, period. My technician has also gone and filled out the medications, the allergies, and such. But although this looks like a simple piece of paper, there are hidden tools within this system. If I double-click on any one of these, I'll get my customized view for this particular module that I'm going into. I can check off any of these boxes that pertain, write in a quick comment, hit OK, and that will update this patient's history. Let's continue with the review of systems. modify cardiovascular, some leg pains on walking distances, period, modify GI, acid reflux control with medication, period. The technician has also imported the data that I have from each machine in my office, and you can see that data stored here. If I double click on any one of these, you can see that I can manually enter these if need be, and I get a full history of this patient's findings on this machine. I can review those and start off where the technician would have left off, here at the physician's exam. I found that most of my patients' findings are normal, so I'll leave the default value in here as I'm charting by exception as I go. Go to pupil size, numeral 6, modify Schirmer, exam deferred, go to optic nerve, 0.3, 0.3. And then as I come down to my fundus exam, I have a permanent image inserted into my template here that I like to use with the patient. I'll open up the editor and draw on this photo. Any image can be imported in and stored, filed away for easy access. And if I save this, it'll go right to the exam to be printed off for the patient or the referring provider. Some areas, like this slit lamp area, I don't have an image there as I don't always use it. So instead, I'll use voice, insert cornea drawing, and then edit it from there. As I come down to the bottom of my exam, there's some handy tools that will help you finish up with the different studies, diagnosis, coding, the plan that I'm going to give to the patient, slapping my signature on and getting it over to a referring provider. So let's jump through those using voice as well. Insert glaucoma studies, OCT ordered period, visual field test ordered period, pachymetry as listed above period, diagnosis director, glaucoma, yes. Now here in my diagnosis director, it's helping me filter out in a web or a tree-like way. I have my favorite stored here, catered to me, the different diagnoses I regularly see, or a library of all here. And what I've done is I've attached to this diagnosis everything that I typically order for this patient. Now, first I'm going to choose the coding, and I have done all of these with the patient and check them off. My smart text will throw in any kind of sub-template I want. Now, what I want is for my surgical plan to be thrown in right here into the end of the exam, as well as the education I like to print off and give to the patient cued. I hit OK, and you'll see these things inserted into the bottom of the exam. My diagnosis and coding is there, as well as my plan, and I can then modify any part of this to cater it to this one patient. Command signature. Refer reply letter. This will bring up the referring providers for this patient, and I can select which template I'm going to use to be faxed over to them. If I were to simply say the word fax, it would be sent. I'll hit print so you can see what it might look like. This is a very simple one, quick paragraph, and you see this checkbox here that I've included the exam that will be faxed over to the referring provider. So this exam is down below. Now that I'm finished up as well, I need to decide and be sure that I have my E&M coding correct. E&M consultant. This will show me what levels I've obtained. And you can see in the black that I've gone all the way up to a 4, but I have not qualified for a 5 yet. So I'll click on 5 and it will show me. You might have noticed these color codes within the template. Those are making sure I've done every step throughout the system, and an easy way to track and identify what I might be missing. You see that I've fulfilled all of these here, but the diagnosis testing, I'm 3 of 4, so I can go into that, find exactly what I need, and go edit it in the system. Your biller will appreciate you for doing all of this, and if you'd like to see the super bill, you'll notice that the diagnosis director and the E&M consultant have filled in on the right-hand side here all of the different coding that I need. Or I can categorize this to my office all the different categories of codes for quick filtering to find those codes you need to add to that super bill. When I save and finish this exam, it will be kicked over to my billing team to scrub and to send through the clearinghouse and get paid. You can also see our billing software if you'd like. Give me a call and I'll do a demonstration for you of the billing. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with me and letting me show you how easy and comprehensive ChartLogic can be for ophthalmology. Give me a call, send me an email, let's connect. Tell me about your workflow. Send me some of your templates. Let's get your exact needs down so we can cater to you and make sure this is a good fit for you and your office. And we'll make sure that we know your office as well as you know our software. Go ahead and ask for a quote from me. Ask to download the system and try it out in your office free, just using my demonstration key. And I'd love to show you our billing software as well. Also, a side note, we were the first certified EMR in the nation. We have plenty of experience, been around since 1994, and we're already stage 2 ready. More physicians per capita got their meaningful use check using ChartLogic than any other EMR system in the U.S. We're also ICD-10 ready. We have a patient portal they can get on from home or a kiosk in your front office to fill out patient registration and other forms. A lot of bells and whistles. So let's connect. Thanks. Have a good day.